Uncertainty principle, wave particle duality, and a wave function, and its Fourier transform. So a wave particle duality particles, a wave particle duality, particles such as electrons and photons exhibit both wave-like and particle-like behavior, depending on how they are measured. Examples: electron diffraction shows wave behavior, photoelectric effect show particle behavior. This duality is not just about the property of the object, but of how it is observed. Heisenberg uncertainty principle. You cannot simultaneously know the exact position and momentum of a particle. Mathematically, delta x times delta p is greater than or equal to h bar over 2, where delta x here is the uncertainty in position, delta p is uncertainty in momentum. H bar is the reduced Planck's constant equal to 1.054571 times 10 to the negative 34 joule times second. The connection between the two wave particle duality poses the uncertainty principle because a wave does not have a single position. It is spread out in space. A particle has a defined position, but then its wavelength, hence momentum is undefined. Therefore, if you treat a particle like a wave, its position is uncertain. If you treat like a particle, its momentum related to wavelength is uncertain. So momentum here is equal to h over lambda, where h here is the Planck's constant, and p here is the momentum, and the lambda here is equal to the wavelength. Deeper insight, wave particle duality implies that the particle is described by a wave function, which has a spread in space and momentum. A sharp position requires a superposition of Billig wave numbers, resulting in uncertainty in momentum. A sharp momentum, a plane wave, is spread out in space, resulting in uncertainty in uh, position. So this is mathematically expressed through Fourier transform. The width of a wave packet in a position space and momentum space are inversely related. This is the foundation of the uncertainty principle. The uncertainty principle is not just a limitation of measurement. It is a fundamental property of nature that follows directly from the wave nature of matter, which is the core idea behind wave particle duality. Okay, so we have example here, or we have problem number one to illustrate the uncertainty principle. A circular hole has a radius of 10 to the negative 4 centimeter. If a 200 electron volt electron is made to pass the hole, what is its uncertainty in momentum when it emerges at this particular angle? So letter A for the energy equal to 1 half mv squared equal to p squared over 2m in terms of momentum. Momentum is equal to the product of m and b. So m here is the mass, and v here is the velocity or the speed. So convert first the 200 electron volt to uh, joules using 1 electron volt is equal to 1.602 times 10 to the negative 19. We have 3.204 times 10 to the negative 17 joules. Therefore, the momentum here in terms of the energy here. So let us express the momentum here in terms of energy and mass. So we have by substitution The answer is 7.6 times 10 to the negative 24 kilogram meter per second. And delta P sub x, or the uncertainty in momentum, is h bar over delta x by uncertainty principle. So delta x here is equal to the diameter of the hole. So times 10 to the negative 6 meter. That is 5.27 times 10 to the negative 29 kilogram meter per second. And delta px here, and the angle here of the uncertainty with respect to the momentum. So delta px over p is equal to 7 times 10 to the negative 6 radian. Okay, letter B. Uh, point 1 kilogram lead ball is given a velocity of 10 meters per second and passes through a zero point zero 0.01 meter radius. Well, what is its uncertainty in momentum? So the momentum here is mass times velocity. So zero point 0.1 divided by 1,000 times 10 meter per second. And so the uncertainty principle, so the uncertainty in the momentum is h bar over delta x. So twice the radius here. The radius is 0.01. So 2 times 0.01 meter. So h bar over 2.01 meter is equal to 5.3 times 10 to the negative 33 kilogram meter per second. And the angle here, the deviations of the deviation of the of the uncertainty in the momentum is equal to delta px over p equal to 5 times 10 to the negative 30 radian. The ground state of the hydrogen atom is the lowest energy state of the electron bound to the proton. It is the quantum state with the principal quantum number n equal to 1. So the ground state of hydrogen atom, given by these illustrations. So we have another problem here. Problem number 2 is find the ground state of hydrogen atom using uncertainty principle. Estimate the radius of the hydrogen atom. What is the percentage error of the value found in uncertainty principle with respect to the exact value, which is negative 13.6 electron volt? For an electron in the ground state of hydrogen, delta X is equal to R. So this is the distance of the electron from the proton. And delta P here is equal to h bar over 2 to R. So there is a finite probability of locating the electron whose distribution is of the order R, the distance from the proton. So by uncertainty principle, the momentum is of the order uh, h bar over R. So we have the kinetic energy of the electron, p squared over 2m. So in terms of the h bar and R, this is h bar squared over 2m r squared. The potential energy is equal to negative e squared over 4 pi epsilon sub 0 times r. So the total energy here is the sum of the kinetic energy and potential energy. Minimize first the total energy with respect to r. So the derivative of E with respect to R here is equal to this. H bar squared over mr cubed plus E squared over 4 pi epsilon times R squared equal to 0. So solving for R here, so this is our R. So we have by substitution here, epsilon is 8.85 and our pi here is 3.4016. H bar is 1.0545 times 10 to the negative 34. Now let us use the metric system here. So the mass of the electron here is 9.1 uh, 9.1093 times 10 to the negative 31 kilogram. So electronic charge here is 1.602 times 10 to the negative 19 joule, negative times 10 to the negative 19 coulomb here. So solving for E sub 0 here, uh, 5.29177. Okay, so the unit here is uh, in terms of the unit here is in terms of meter here. So we have the unit here. So the ground state is 5.29177 times 10 to the negative 11 meter. The ground state energy is so equal to, this is the ground state energy of the hydrogen. So we have here the ground state. So let us substitute here. So by substitution here and let us convert the joule to electron volt here by multiplying 1 over 0.602 times into the negative 19. So we have the answer here, negative 13.6071 electron volt. So the ground state energy is negative 13.071 electron volt. So the percentage error is almost equal to 0. So the wave function here of x is a complex valued function that contains all the information about the particle state. The square of its absolute value gives the probability density of finding the particle at position x. So the square of the absolute value of the wave function here, probability density at position x. So normalization, so the answer is equal to 1, the integral of the square of the absolute value of the wave function. So this ensures the particle exists somewhere in space. So this can be a complex number. Okay. Example of a plane wave here. It governs the physical predictions. Observable quantities like momentum, energy, and position are derived from the wave functions using operators. So physical interpretation here, the wave function is not a physical object. Wave functions, wave function of x. It is probability amplitude. So the probability amplitudes tell us the presence of the electrons there. No? So if the probability amplitude is high, so you can expect that there is a presence of the electron here. But it does not mean that it is interpreted as the probability. So its modulus squared, the square of the absolute value of the wave function, is what has physical meaning. It gives the likelihood of detecting a particle near x. So transforming from space to momentum space. So start with the function in position wave function of x, psi of x. So this represents the probability amplitude of finding a particle at position x. We have the wave transform here. This is the wave transform of the wave function of x. So this gives the wave function in momentum space, which tells the probability amplitude for different values of momentum p. The importance of Fourier transform for uncertainty principle. The spread, division of the square of wave function of x gives delta x uncertainty principle. So it means that if there is a large spread of the wave function of x, so there is uncertainty in position. The spread of the wave functions of momentum gives delta p uncertainty in momentum. So the Fourier transform connects the two. They are inversely proportional. So we have the ground state wave function of particle in 1D infinite potential. So imagine a particle trapped in a 1D box of length L with infinitely high walls. This is known as the infinite square wheel or particle in a box problem. The normalized wave function for the n quantum state is given by this one. Okay. So where in here is equal to 1, 2, 3. This is the quantum number, energy level, and L is the width of the box. So we have the wave functions of x is the wave function which gives the probability amplitude. So this the infinite square wave potential energy function. The potential energy is infinite over x less than 0 and x is greater than L. Inside this box, so 0 is less than x and x is less than L. So the particle is confined. So this is the standing wave condition for a particle in box of length L. So and for n equal to 1 here, there is no node here. For n equal to 2, there is one node. Then for n equal to 3, we have the two nodes here, 1 and 2. For n equal to 4, we have three nodes here, 1, 2, 3. So this wave function has one bump. So for n equal to 1 here, so zero value at the walls x equal to 0 and x equal to L. So maximum at the center, x equal to L over 2. So you can see the particle can be seen at x equal to L over 2. So the physical meaning, the square of the wave function gives the probability density of finding the particle at position. So the wave function must be normalized. Okay, so we have example here for n equal to 1 here. So uh, we have the probability density of finding the particle at position x for the square of the wave functions. So here, so the particle here is located at the center here. We have the presence of the particle at the center. Then for n equal to 2, so you can see the presence of particle here at this point and at this point. But you cannot see the particle here at the center. So for n equal to 3, uh, consider the presence of particle here. It can be located at this point. Here's or that's the density of the particle here. So you can locate the particle here at this point or at this point. So allowed energy levels is sub n equal to n e1. The condition, the wave function equal to 0 at x equal to 0 and x equal to L is called the boundary condition, which leads to energy quantization. The total energy of the particle is this kinetic energy, 1 half mv squared. So in terms of the momentum here, p squared over 2m, and a sub n equal to p squared n over 2m. So in terms of the in terms of the lambda here, h over the lambda is equal to the momentum, so over 2m. So this is the energy in terms of h and lambda. So using the standing wave condition here, lambda sub n equal to 2L over n, and the allowed energy now is given by this, by substitutions. Okay. So here, E sub 1 here, h squared over m, 8ml squared, and h equal to 2 pi h bar. So the physical meaning of n equal to 1, so this is the ground state, the lowest energy state. The probability density has one bump, no internal nodes. Particle is most likely to be found in the middle of the box. So less near the walls, and energy here, E1 equal to pi squared h bar squared over 2 ml squared. So for n equal to 2, first excited state here, probability density has two peaks here, separated by a node at the center x equal to L over 2. So this is what I meant, L equal to 2. So this means the particle can never be at the center of the box. Zero probability. So energy E2 equal to 4E1. So by using this formula, so we have the allowed energy here is 7 equal to n squared times the ground state energy. So we have E sub 1. So this is our E sub 1 here. So n sub 2 here is equal to 4. So 2 squared equals to 4. Then for n equal to 3, that is n squared. So that is equal to 9. 3 times 3 equal to 9 times E1. So n equal to 3 here. So we can find the particle here most likely at this point and at this point and at this point or at that locations you can see the electron here. You can locate the electron. So general n numbers of fixed equal to n, number of nodes here equal to n minus 1, points per probability equal to 0, and excluding walls. So as n increases, oscillation becomes finer. The particle behaves more classically, bouncing around with nearly uniform probability or the corresponding principle. So energy scale as E sub n is proportional to n squared. So we have the Gaussian wave packet functions. So what is Gaussian wave packet function use? The Gaussian wave packet functions is equal to e to the x squared over 2. Uh, so, so this is the sigma squared. So they minimize the uncertainty principle. So Heisenberg uncertainty principle says delta x times delta p is greater than or equal to h bar over 2. So this is the reason. These are the reasons why the Gaussian wave packet function is used. So the Gaussian are the only function that exactly saturate this bound. So delta x times delta p equal to h bar over 2. So this makes them the most classical like states. The uncertainty is as small as possible. So mathematical convenience, the Fourier transform of a Gaussian is another Gaussian. This makes it easy to analyze the relationship between position space and momentum space. So many other wave packets like square pulses have basic Fourier transform with oscillation, but Gaussian stay simple and smooth. Physical realism, uh, re- real localized particles like electrons, localized particles like electrons in beams or photons in laser often behave approximately like Gaussian wave packets. The Gaussian envelopes naturally appear in many physical systems: optics, heat diffusion, probability distribution, stability in time evolutions. So under free particle Schrodinger equations, Gaussian wave packet remains Gaussian, uh, though it spreads out in width. This stability makes Gaussian ideal to study wave, wave packet dynamics, scattering, tunneling, connection to probability theory. The Gaussian distribution is the normal distribution from statistics. Since quantum mechanics deals with probabilities, it is natural that Gaussian often appear as a fundamental probability distribution. So we have here the transform representation of the uncertainty principle. So we have the wave function here is e to the x squared over 2 sigma squared. So we have the sigma here equal to the standard deviations. So we have the Fourier transform here of the wave functions, 1 over the square root of 2 pi h bar. So the integral from negative infinity to positive infinity of the wave functions into the IPX over h bar dx. Okay, so we have the standard deviation equal to zero point 0.1. So this small value for small standard deviation for the position. So the position here is uh, so we can easily locate the particle here because there is a this is a small value for the standard deviations, and there is a large value for the uncertainty in momentum here. So a small value for the uncertainty in the position of the particle or x. So we have the delta the wave function here. We have the Fourier transform of the uh, wave functions. The Fourier transform of the wave function here. The Fourier parameters 1 to negative 1. And we have the normalized both wave functions here. So the square root of the integral of the absolute value of the wave function here. Then we have the wave function norm. So the wave function divided by its norm. Then we have also the norm of the momentum. So the square root of the integral of the absolute value of the uh, absolute value of the absolute value of the square of the wave functions of the momentum. So momentum from negative infinity to positive infinity. So the x norm, the delta, the psi wave function of the momentum here. So the wave function of the momentum divided by the norm of the momentum. So we have to divide this by norm, no, in order to make the area under the curve equal to 1. So plot this probability, density, and position. So we have the plot the position here. So we have the plot of the uh, position space density of the square of the density of the position. So here we have a small uncertainty for the uh, of the position, and we have the large uncertainty for the momentum here. Okay. Now here, if we make the standard deviation large, so the position. This makes the uncertainty of the position large. So like this one, so a large uncertainty for the position x, and we have a small value for the momentum here. Small value of the uncertainty of the momentum. Okay, so the energy levels of electrons. So we have the energy levels here. So it's given by these equations. So if n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4, n equal to 5. So we have the corresponding energy here. So if we plot that, we have this.